with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, normally, I don't really follow too much of what this guy does, right? Until I know something serious is coming. You know, experience. Okay? But your boy, former heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, is in a Twitter spat with Anthony Joshua. They're going back and forth, one saying something to the other, and the other's responding. It's what I'm hearing from an article that I read, one or two, as a matter of fact. Now, when it comes to Tyson Fury, with me, and I've seen enough, so I don't really take the guy seriously. I know you running around 300 and something pounds, 350 a few weeks ago. So maybe if you had a good couple of weeks, you're at 330. You know, for me, maybe I'm old school. You shouldn't be on Twitter right now. You know, and what going back and forth. I think that Joshua called him a fat boy, which hello, right? And so when Tyson Fury comes back, tells him he's a paper champion, he's chinny, and he's getting done up in training by a guy, Joe Joyce or something like that, right? Somebody, a bronze medalist, is doing him up in sparring right now. That's the word coming out of Tyson Fury's mouth or Twitter account or whatever, right? So they're going back and forth. Things like that are not that important to me, especially with Tyson Fury. He seems to be a person that has to be in the middle. Me being a coach, trainer, you deal with a lot of different characters, and you definitely start to know how people are before they probably do. And Tyson Fury just seems to be somebody who needs the spotlight and has to flourish in it. He probably can't be a guy in the room. He has to be the guy in the room. Those kind of guys have a disorder, and he's going to continue to do so until we as fans just ignore him until he does something of significance. You just have to ignore him. You hear what he's saying and what he's doing and just ignore it. And then they will realize, oh, let me do something. And then they'll get behind me. Every little antic that he has, you have to ignore it. Because he has seen up until now that his antics keeps him in the news. And so he's going to continue to do so. But my point about this is Anthony Joshua said something, and it echoes my sentiments. And he said, shut up. You're the reason why we're not fighting. Okay? Doesn't get no more significant than that. To take heed to that, Mr. Tyson Fury, just be cool. Get yourself informed. Get yourself together. Because actually right now you should be humble because the world knows you're fighting demons. Get yourself together. You're still 6'9", and if you come back maybe 270, 280, you're going to be formidable regardless. But right now, you can't, cash in those wolf tickets, because that's what they are to everybody. No one's going to take you serious because they know you can't really fight anybody within 6 months with all that fat rolling on you. Anybody of significance. So that's why edge to Anthony Joshua, because at the end of the day, you're the reason, Tyson Fury, that you and Joshua haven't fought up until now, probably. Because you're just not there, right? Without a license and talking like you can fight tomorrow, right? So, I think his team, Tyson Fury's now, his team and his people around him have to kind of get that in his mind and just say, hey, look, go train, get behind your cousin Huey right now, who's trying to do major things and seems to be putting his head down and concentrating on boxing. Get behind him, get in there, and get your training on. Because like I said, these Furies are talented. All right, all he has to do is get in the gym a few weeks. He still he can hang. And like I said, if this guy was 6'3", we wouldn't be having this conversation, right? But being 6'9", 270 means you're going to be in the mix if you're talented, and he is talented. We've seen that. You're not beating Vladimir Klitschko easily. 83 punches, fainted, right? You have to know to do that. A lot of guys would have come up with other things, right? That was the formula on that night, and he's the guy who did it, which means he's going to always be respected a bit, right? But at the end of the day, this is a what have you done for me lately world. And lately has been nothing, right, except talking. So it's going to wear thin. And Anthony Joshua won this so-called Twitter war or whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, he's right. shut up. You're the reason you guys didn't fight. You're the reason he's fighting Klitschko now, right? So get back in the mix. You can change all that. You have the power to do so. But you got to get rid of your own demons first and stop lashing out at people. Well, not your daddy. I don't know. But somebody needs to tell him something. Doing Sports Talk Worldwide, and I'm about here.